Hello, what is up guys? It is Keegan here, and today I'm bringing you an OU battle. I haven't done that in a long time, but with the Indigo Disc DLC, I really wanted to try a few new mons. The Latios, especially Luster Purge, got a really big buff. I'm going to be doing a video talking about that later in the week, so make sure to stay subscribed for that. And then Excadrill, I did a video on Sand Offense as well the other day. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to check that one out as well if you're looking for some insight on Sand Offense from a draft league perspective. So we're playing against OG Albina today, big Wi-Fi battle in OU. Let's take a quick look at the team. Tyranitar, I ran a jetpack here, and that was kind of an interesting choice. I wanted to try it. The standard set runs boots, but I was kind of curious to see, if there was any opportunity to abuse a jetpack on this Pokemon to get Excadrill in, as this Pokemon was mainly designed to just, be a special wall. The rest of the team, though, is pretty standard. Standard Iron Valiant booster energy set, standard Iron Moth booster energy set, and the two new Pokemon, Choice Scarf, Latios. The Luster Purge with the ability to drop the special defense 50% of the time at 95 base power is a huge buff to Scarf Lati. That Pokemon is going to be a nightmare to switch into now. And I have Terra Water Excadrill here. This is going to be a great sweeper in the sand. I'm running Terra Water specifically to punish Ting Lu from being a switch into this Pokemon. Terra Flying is another option that you can consider, and Terra Flying might have actually been pretty decent in this game as we see Owen's team. And then I have Zapdos here to round it out. So some good ground resists, and then a little bit of bulk, and then hopefully trying to take over the game with Iron Moth, Iron Valiant, and Excadrill. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of videos coming up over the next couple of months, not only to do with the Indigo Disc DLC and Draft League, but I do have 2 leagues coming up that I'm super excited to be a part of. The BBR, as always, my drop pick is in. I got 16th for that league, so that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. And then I got another league project, which I'm super excited to try. It'll be an interesting change of pace. So make sure to subscribe if you have not already, and let's get right into the battle. So for today's Wi-Fi battle, we're playing against Owen, OG Albina. We played against him a few times recently in BBR and NCP. We didn't play. Did we play against each other in GBU? I honestly can't remember. At this point, you've seen the team that we're bringing today. Sand Offense, Iron Moth is one of the Pokemon I think is a decent combination with that in draft. So I want to give it a chance in OU as well. And then obviously we have the Zapdos as a good defensive pivot. So let's see. He's got the broken Superior. So this has been something people have been commenting on. I've seen a decent amount that the Superior is broken. And I kind of wish I was Terra Flying on my Excadrill, because now he has like a better chance of switching into that. I think Samurott is probably going to be his lead. I would have to guess Samurott is his lead. That would be the most obvious one. So I can lead Zapdos. Zapdos leads well also into the Great Tusk as well. I don't think he can lead Great Tusk, because I think it's like kind of obvious that Scarf Lati is like a great lead in this matchup. He's got the Iron Boulder as well. That is a Pokemon I've been laddering against a bit and was very good. Very powerful. It's a very powerful Pokemon. So good luck to Owen. I know he had some unfortunate luck in the last video he uploaded. So hopefully we have a little bit of a cleaner game here. As I said, I kind of would have liked flying in this matchup for my Terra type on Excadrill, but I think water might end up being long-term the best option. And the main reason I think about that is because I think Ting Lu is difficult. So yeah, Samurott is kind of the lead here. That was to be expected now. Now, Owen may realize that this is the same Zapdos I brought to the VGC event we both played in. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We're just going to Volt Switch here. He's going to Ceaseless Edge. I'd really like to get a Paralyze off on this. I'm not going to, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I am going to be able to get the Volt Switch off on this. Oh my god, that does 1,000,000 damage. And that's going to give me a free out into my Scarf Lati. And Lati is going to be able to do what Lati does best, and that is pick up kills. I actually do have to write down what Owen brought. Just so I know. Samurott. I'm already like kind of forgetting what Owen brought a little bit. But right here we get to drop a Luster. We can't Luster Purge because of what's in front of us. But I do get to. Do I drop a Draco or a Thunderbolt here? What's the safest option? I'm just going to take this with Thunderbolt. I don't think there's a reason to get cute here. He is just going to give me this Pokemon. So Scarf Lati showing its value early. Here just being able to pick off these Pokemon. He didn't have Sucker Punch, which is interesting. there. He has Dragapult as one of his other mons, yes. So I know the common set for this in OU right now is Screen's Curse, but after having conversations with Owen, I know he's not super gassed about that set, and I wouldn't be either. But this is the perfect opportunity to come into my eject pack. My eject pack Pokemon here. I'm going to just go set up Sand, and I can just go right back in to my Scarf Lottie after this, to be honest. Get that Sand up. I would have liked to obviously be in a position that is more advantageous for me, but we'll see what Owen decides to go into here. It could be, you know, potentially advantageous for my Excadrill here. He doesn't have a lot of great switch-ins to Iron Head at this point, which is good for me. So once this eject pack kind of happens, he goes into Great Tusk. Okay. So he goes into this. I could be really aggressive. I think Zapdos is a play. I do have Terra Grass on my, what's it called? I do have Terra Grass Iron Moth here that I can go into after to revenge kill this later. I don't want to put my Scarf Lottie at risk just yet. I think I kind of expect Rocks to get up here. I think that would be kind of good for him to do. I don't really have a great way to attack him, so I'm just going to go into my Zapdos here. See if I can bait a Terra. And if I can get some Hurricane damage off on this, that would be really, really nice. He's just going to go for the Ice Spinner. Okay. Good prediction on his part. That also protects against... And he does get a crit. That doesn't necessarily matter. It is going to allow me to get in my Iron Moth for free here, as I think that's kind of what I want to go into at this point. Yeah, so there's like a pretty good chance I outspeed. And I mean, I'm definitely going to outspeed with this thing. So I'm just going to go Iron Moth here. We get to put a lot of pressure on this thing. Obviously, he can go hard into... He doesn't really have a great switch in to this, to be honest, especially with the booster speed. It's going to be really difficult for him to actually go into a lot of his Pokemon. We won't get to Terra. We'll not get to Terra Excadrill, I think, in this game, but I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest. I think that's likely going to be fine. I could substitute here to predict the Terra. The common Terra on this Pokemon usually ends up being like fighting anyway. And if I Terra, his close combat doesn't have like a great chance to kill. So I'm just going to Terra Grass. And he is just going to withdraw probably into the Superior if I had to guess. He is going to go into Heatran. Okay. So Heatran's a bold play. I mean, it kind of makes sense. That Heatran is kind of a default play here. I am Terra Grass for Great Tusk check, unfortunately, and not the Terra Ground for the Heatran. So it's a little bit of an option I don't have available to me, but that's going to put a decent, well, not a decent amount of damage. It's going to put some damage on this thing. And it'll at least give me leftovers information, which will be useful. It looks like it does not have leftovers, so... oh, it does have leftovers. I always forget the ordering of these kind of things. Alright, let's see. How do I want to approach this from now? So I'm going to be running out of sand soon. Now that I'm grass type, this becomes a little bit more awkward. I can go really hard. I can go hard. I kind of want to get in my Iron Valiant at some point. Iron Valiant does a good job of actually cleaning up this team in the late game. I just have to be very, very careful around Great Tusk. I kind of do... Do I go into Scarf Lottie? Scarf Lottie probably is actually the safest thing to go into here. It's a little bit aggressive, of course, but you know, playing with these type of sand teams, being really aggressive is sometimes going to be important. And he's just going to get up his rocks. Okay. So I've revealed my Terra, which is unfortunate because I can't bluff like Terra Ground Lottie on this. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious given my set what type of Terra I'm going to be. I think like we're not really fooling anybody, I would say. And we don't get to click Luster Purge yet. Aura Sphere is kind of... Now, he can go into Dragapult. Would he make that play? I don't think he would. I think he can just stay in. I can just get some chip off on this thing. Oh my god, that does a million. This is very offensive. Oh, and he misses. I just said at the start of the video, I was really hoping that we didn't hack Owen, because he got pretty unfortunate in the last game. And it looks like that luck is going to continue because that actually would have given him a free switch into Dragapult here, which is actually really, really massive. And now I can switch out kind of knowing that's coming, and I can go right back into my Tyranitar and get the sand back up. So that's actually really, really huge and really unfortunate for Owen there that's how that played out. That is really tough. He might flash cannon here. I'm not sure what he wants to do. And he's going to withdraw. Okay. He's going to go into his T-Tar. I'm not going to be able to eject pack pretty much at anything at this point in the game. I think he would be hard-pressed to stay in here. What would he elect to go into? Probably Great Tusk. I can get a rest off here, actually, which would be kind of nice. Obviously, Rock Blast is not doing much of anything. Rest is going to give me... I'm just going to go to my rocks, I think. If he does elect to take me out here, that's perfectly fine. I'm probably even going to sack this thing to the Great Tusk at this point. I think Sand is going to be crucial, but I think the endgame here is pretty firmly on Iron Valiant at this point. So eject pack didn't... Wow, that was a horrible voice crack. Eject pack didn't really work in this game, kind of as expecting. Like, eject pack is going to be really good against stuff like Lando T and allow for, like, advantages through that. I probably could have ran Boots to give this thing a little bit more longevity, or ran Resto Chesto with the set that I did. And he's going to bring this thing out as I do get up my rocks. I could get aggressive here. Question is what does he elect to do here? He probably just rapid spins. I'm just going to click rocks again. I want to prevent rocks from getting off at this point. Yep. Okay, so that does actually about half, which is good to note. So his speed's going to go up, which is actually really, really annoying. And that's going to make my checks a little bit worse in this spot. I guess I'm kind of... I guess I'll just rest here to see if I live. I do live on 1. That's kind of funny. So he's rapid spin. You know, he's rapid spin. What are the other moves? Spin, iron, ice spinner, probably CC, headlong rush is probably the move set. So my Iron Mouth does check this pretty efficiently. The problem is I don't have now a great switch in because I lost my Lottie at this point. I can't actually go into Lottie. I think he probably... CC into Ice Spinner probably does a decent amount at this point. Yeah, it's definitely killing, so I can't do that. I might have to just sack this Pokemon off. Which is fine. He's just going to Headlong Rush, so he doesn't reveal CC. Wow, that's funny that even lives. I could have gotten really aggressive, and he does get the drop here, which is kind of nice, I guess. Obviously, due to the fact... Now, the thing is I lose my Sand. So, Sand, unfortunately, didn't really get to come out to play in this game too much. He's going to withdraw. Interesting. So, he knows kind of once this thing dies, he's going to... the Iron Boulder. Okay. I don't really know what this Pokemon is going to necessarily want to do in this game. So, he's going to go for speed. So, this is like a very decent... It's got very low... Well, it's got decent defenses, actually. I'm going to see if he wants to... If he's going to set up, I'd like to get a Thunder Wave on with this thing. And he's going to Terra up. Okay. Terra Fighting. Ooh, alright. He might just be a setup set here. Because he's Terra Fighting, then I can go into my Iron Valiant after this. He's going to Sword Stance. Wow, okay. So I do actually get a T-Wave off on this Pokemon. Well, let's hit. Any hit? Anyone trying to hit? You want to hit and T-Wave? There we go. Nice. That's big. That Wake Up and that T-Wave is going to be really, really massive to kind of the end result of this game. Now, if I had a move that wasn't like completely dog shit, like Rock Blast, I'd be a little bit more happy with the damage. And then Big Mighty Cleave comes out here. That's the new move that it gets. 95 HPP. So he's SD, Mighty Cleave. I can just probably go into my Excadrill here and probably just EQ this thing. Yeah, Excadrill should definitely be killing. So we're just gonna bring in Driller and click our EQ. He does not have a great switch into EQ here. And I don't have the Terra option either. Oh, yeah, he is fucking Terra. That is actually kind of annoying. I probably should have thought about that. But once again, this Pokemon doesn't have a lot of utility the rest of this game. Oh, it's faster. Oh, yeah, I'm adamant. Alright. Yeah, that is a problem. Okay. Well, I've got the drop I needed. Oh, this is frustrating. I'm playing this not as great as I would like. But once again, I think the end game of Iron Valiant is looking pretty tasty at this point. Iron Valiant. So Spirit Break should kill. It has a decent chance to kill. So I'm just going to go into this. So I could SD here, but CC definitely kills. So I kind of just have to Spirit Break here, hope for the best. And it does kill. Nice. Okay, perfect. So I wasted my Excadrill there, which is a little bit unfortunate that I had to lose my Excadrill like that. But Iron Boulder was a problem in this matchup, certainly. In this battle, there's not really much I could do about it. And now I have a decent chance to start doing a lot of damage to my opponent's team. He's going to bring out the Superior, which is a little bit of a problem. I don't know what they're running on. He already Terra'd. So I guess that gives me some information. I can't really SD here. Leaf Storm's is killing some percentage of the time. I could just elect to go for Knock. And because of the Heatran's actually kind of chipped, so I do have some like decent opportunity in the end game here with this team to push through some of the remaining damage. Because I kind of want to save this actually. Oh, we're running out of time. I got to be mindful of that too. I'm just gonna go Iron Moth. Yeah, I actually should be way more mindful of the timer. I'm not thinking about timer too much in this Wi-Fi battle, but. And he's going to Leaf Storm, okay. It's going to do about 80. That actually does way more than I thought it would. Wow. So I assume he's timid, otherwise this would be... He's going to Dragon Pulse, okay. Yeah, I think I definitely played this one pretty poorly, unfortunately. Not really much I could do. I probably should have just stayed in, attacked. But it is what it is. I can bring in my Scarf Lottie now, and then I can drop a Draco on this thing. Yeah, I should have just stayed in an attack. That was kind of a nonsensical play to do anything else. Oh my god, I actually lived that. Wow, that's insane. That's insane that I lived that. Wow, that is potentially game-saving. Does it matter in the end? Probably not, but you never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened with Scarf Lottie in Pokemon. And I do still, like, it's not, like, insane that the problem is, in this battle, is I've lost 2 Pokemon in scenarios where we really haven't had a reason to. Like, Spirit Break does a decent amount, so if I drop a Draco and somehow get a crit, then that might help a little bit. That actually has a little bit of a chance of putting it in range. He's going to Rapid Spin to get the speed. So that's actually going to be really useful for him. It might not be enough, depending on his set, but probably will be enough to get the victory on that one. So, I mean, good game, Owen. I think I certainly did not play my best, but, you know, I wanted a good opportunity to use some of these new Pokemon, and I think the time limitation got to me a little bit, but this should outspeed, assuming it's the Jolly set, and it is a Jolly set, so. Good game to Owen. We got to see a little bit of the Sand Offense kind of working its way through in this battle. But once again, I think, you know, this is something I'm really excited for in draft. I wanted to get an opportunity to use it in Wi-Fi, and unfortunately it didn't work out as well this time. But plenty more videos coming out over the next couple of weeks with new things to do DLC-wise. So I'll see you guys in those videos, and have a wonderful day.